Section 3. Equitable Housing Opportunities. Fair Housing Practice. In the market. Introduction. What does equal opportunity really look like? As we continue building from the laws and amendments discussed in the previous sections, we now shift into how those laws actually function in the real world. It's one thing to understand fair housing rules, but it's another to see how they create equitable housing opportunities in everyday transactions. Picture this. Two buyers walk into your office. They have similar financial qualifications, similar credit scores, and similar goals. The only difference? They come from different backgrounds. Under fair housing laws, both of these individuals must be given the exact same opportunity to buy, rent, and participate in the housing market. That is the true meaning of equitable housing. The purpose of equitable housing opportunities. Federal fair housing laws were created to establish a marketplace where individuals of similar financial means have equal access to housing opportunities. This means that housing decisions must be based on qualifications, not personal characteristics. Equitable housing ensures that no person is denied the ability to purchase, rent, or finance a home due to discrimination. It creates a level playing field where opportunity is driven by financial capability rather than bias or assumptions. This principle applies to every aspect of real estate, including listings, showings, negotiations, financing, and closing. From the first conversation to the final signature, fair housing laws are always in effect. Who is responsible for fair housing compliance? One of the biggest misconceptions in real estate is that fair housing laws only apply to agents. In reality, these laws apply to everyone involved in the transaction. This includes property owners, real estate agents, brokers, property managers, lenders, appraisers, builders, and developers. Every party plays a role in ensuring that housing opportunities remain fair and accessible. For example, if a lender denies a loan based on a protected class, or if a property manager selectively enforces rules, both actions could be considered violations, even if the real estate agent acted properly. Real-world example: how inequality can happen. Let's bring this into a real Arizona scenario. Imagine you are showing homes in Mesa. A client tells you they don't feel comfortable in a certain neighborhood and asks you to only show homes in another area based on who lives there. If you follow that request without redirecting the conversation, you could be engaging in steering, which is a violation of fair housing laws. The correct approach is to guide the client toward objective criteria such as price range, school ratings, commute time, or property features, not demographics. This is how equitable housing is protected in real time, through your actions and decisions. Risks of noncompliance. Why this matters. Failure to follow fair housing laws carries serious consequences. Courts do not accept ignorance as an excuse. Whether a violation is intentional or accidental, real estate professionals can face civil penalties, fines, license suspension, or even revocation. This is why education and awareness are critical. As a licensed professional, you are expected to understand and apply these laws in every transaction. Beyond legal consequences, non-compliance damages your reputation and the trust clients place in you. In a competitive market like Arizona, trust is everything. HUD, the enforcer of fair housing laws. The Department of Housing and Urban Development, commonly known as HUD, is the federal agency responsible for enforcing fair housing laws. HUD oversees compliance, investigates complaints, and ensures that housing providers follow the law. HUD's mission is simple but powerful: to increase home ownership, support community development, and ensure access to housing free from discrimination. If a complaint is filed, HUD has the authority to investigate and take action against real estate professionals, brokers, and other parties involved. HUD also requires the display of the Equal Housing Opportunity poster in brokerage offices. Failure to display this poster may be used as evidence in a discrimination case, which is something many agents overlook. HUD definitions that impact your daily business. HUD also provides important definitions that help clarify how fair housing laws are applied. One of the most important is appraising, which is defined as determining a property's fair market value. Appraisals must be based on objective factors such as comparable sales, property condition, and features, not on the characteristics of the buyer or neighborhood demographics. For example, an appraiser cannot lower a property value because of the race or background of the buyer. Doing so would be a direct violation of fair housing laws. This reinforces a key concept. Fairness must exist at every level of the transaction, not just with agents. Connecting equitable housing to your role as an agent. As a real estate professional in 2026, your role is not just to facilitate transactions, it is to ensure those transactions are conducted fairly and ethically. This means treating all clients equally, providing the same level of service to every individual, using objective criteria in recommendations, avoiding assumptions or biases. Equitable housing opportunities are created through consistent, compliant behavior. Every decision you make contributes to a fair or unfair marketplace. Understanding this concept is essential as we continue into the next sections, where we will explore how these principles tie directly into risk management, disclosure, and fraud prevention. Online discussion. Question 1. What does equitable housing opportunity mean in real estate? Answer: it means that individuals of similar financial qualifications have equal access to housing without discrimination based on protected classes. Question 2. Who is responsible for complying with fair housing laws? Answer: everyone involved in the real estate transaction, including agents, brokers, lenders, appraisers, and property owners. Question 3. Why is HUD important in fair housing enforcement? Answer: HUD investigates complaints, enforces laws, and ensures compliance with federal fair housing regulations.